I have to change the batteries in the radio.
I have to change the batteries in the radio.
I play video games.
I play video games.
My hobby is collecting coins.
My hobby is collecting coins.
How should I know where he is?
How should I know where he is?
The weather couldn't have been better.
The weather couldn't have been better.
Today we'll study Charles Dickens.
Today we'll study Charles Dickens.
The shop was closed when I went there.
The shop was closed when I went there.
Onions cook more quickly than potatoes.
Onions cook more quickly than potatoes.
He ran as fast as he could.
He ran as fast as he could.
Have you ever heard of such a thing?
Have you ever heard of such a thing?
She swam across the wide river.
She swam across the wide river.
He kept on telling lies.
He kept on telling lies.
Do I have to make a speech?
Do I have to make a speech?
He returned from Holland in June.
He returned from Holland in June.
He is popular among us.
He is popular among us.
See if the gas is turned off.
See if the gas is turned off.
What did you eat for breakfast?
What did you eat for breakfast?
I asked the boy to throw the ball back.
I asked the boy to throw the ball back.
She felt like dancing.
She felt like dancing.
You'd better not go.
You'd better not go.
We reached London at midnight.
We reached London at midnight.
He is afraid of becoming sick.
He is afraid of becoming sick.
I saw a cat running after the dog.
I saw a cat running after the dog.
May I ask you something?
May I ask you something?
How long is he going to stay in Japan?
How long is he going to stay in Japan?
I wonder if she will marry him.
I wonder if she will marry him.
They have 2 daughters.
They have 2 daughters.
Uranium is used in the production of nuclear power.
Uranium is used in the production of nuclear power.
He accepted the job.
He accepted the job.
Forget him.
Forget him.
The higher we climb, the colder it becomes.
The higher we climb, the colder it becomes.
Tell me about it.
Tell me about it.
I'd like to see you again next week.
I'd like to see you again next week.
Let's open the window.
Let's open the window.
How embarrassing.
How embarrassing.
Hi. How are you?
Hi. How are you?
Are you meeting someone here?
Are you meeting someone here?
Please forgive me for not having written sooner.
Please forgive me for not having written sooner.
Have a little of this cake.
Have a little of this cake.
She stayed at the hotel for several days.
She stayed at the hotel for several days.
I don't feel like studying English today.
I don't feel like studying English today.
You should have introduced yourself.
You should have introduced yourself.
I'm looking for books on Roman history.
I'm looking for books on Roman history.
He wants to see us again.
He wants to see us again.
He broke the world record.
He broke the world record.
Heat and light are necessary for our existence.
Heat and light are necessary for our existence.
I don't like to mix business with pleasure.
I don't like to mix business with pleasure.
My girlfriend is a good dancer.
My girlfriend is a good dancer.
Don't be so hard on me.
Don't be so hard on me.
The sky is clear and the sun is bright.
The sky is clear and the sun is bright.
I cannot lend this book to you.
I cannot lend this book to you.
I don't know when he'll come back.
I don't know when he'll come back.
He is watching TV.
He is watching TV.
I don't like it at all.
I don't like it at all.
He was married to her sister.
He was married to her sister.
Where will we eat?
Where will we eat?
Every student has access to the library.
Every student has access to the library.
You'd better not go there.
You'd better not go there.
Read the bottom of the page.
Read the bottom of the page.
The army abandoned the town to the enemy.
The army abandoned the town to the enemy.
The murder happened between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m.
The murder happened between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m.
This is what I was waiting for.
This is what I was waiting for.
Do you have anything to say in particular?
Do you have anything to say in particular?
Tom goes to school on foot.
Tom goes to school on foot.
I want to go wherever you're going.
I want to go wherever you're going.
I'm gaining weight.
I'm gaining weight.
She spoke English to me just to show off.
She spoke English to me just to show off.
I'll be back in a wink.
I'll be back in a wink.
He is my type.
He is my type.
We set a trap to catch a fox.
We set a trap to catch a fox.
I got this vacuum cleaner for nothing.
I got this vacuum cleaner for nothing.
Have you heard from him recently?
Have you heard from him recently?
I think he can get along with his neighbor.
I think he can get along with his neighbor.
This house has 2 bathrooms.
This house has 2 bathrooms.
When does it arrive?
When does it arrive?
She still loved him.
She still loved him.
I felt hungry.
I felt hungry.
We must clean up the kitchen.
We must clean up the kitchen.
Go tell him yourself.
Go tell him yourself.
Don't carry more money than you need.
Don't carry more money than you need.
Of course you can take it if you want.
Of course you can take it if you want.
Be quiet, or the baby will wake up.
Be quiet, or the baby will wake up.
I gave my sister a dictionary.
I gave my sister a dictionary.
I put handcuffs on him.
I put handcuffs on him.
My mother is making my father a cake.
My mother is making my father a cake.
You have 3 pens.
You have 3 pens.
A big earthquake occurred in Tokyo.
A big earthquake occurred in Tokyo.
It's a TV.
It's a TV.
My house is near the station.
My house is near the station.
It's up to you.
It's up to you.
I used to take a walk every morning.
I used to take a walk every morning.
What are you waiting for?
What are you waiting for?
Close your eyes, please.
Close your eyes, please.
I like that young man.
I like that young man.
I'm glad that your team won the game.
I'm glad that your team won the game.
They are pretty.
They are pretty.
Have you seen my glasses anywhere?
Have you seen my glasses anywhere?
I shouldn't have gotten up so early.
I shouldn't have gotten up so early.
He was playing with a lighter.
He was playing with a lighter.
The dog kept me from approaching his house.
The dog kept me from approaching his house.
He is very depressed.
He is very depressed.
He can swim well.
He can swim well.
He was sitting between Mary and Tom.
He was sitting between Mary and Tom.
Were you busy yesterday?
Were you busy yesterday?
I want to go to America someday.
I want to go to America someday.
There is a fork missing.
There is a fork missing.
You are naughty.
You are naughty.
By the way, I have something to tell you.
By the way, I have something to tell you.
Have you ever been to Africa?
Have you ever been to Africa?
I will give it to you.
I will give it to you.
I bought it.
I bought it.
Don't tell lies.
Don't tell lies.
Take off your socks, please.
Take off your socks, please.
Nothing is missing.
Nothing is missing.
He knocked his knee against the chair.
He knocked his knee against the chair.
There's no need for us to argue about this.
There's no need for us to argue about this.
The bank was held up last night.
The bank was held up last night.
This doll is a gift from my aunt.
This doll is a gift from my aunt.
When would it be convenient for you?
When would it be convenient for you?
I left my dictionary downstairs.
I left my dictionary downstairs.
Name and address, please.
Name and address, please.
Autumn came and the leaves started to fall.
Autumn came and the leaves started to fall.
I'll miss you.
I'll miss you.
Does this hurt?
Does this hurt?
He can drive a car.
He can drive a car.
Is the snake alive or dead?
Is the snake alive or dead?
I caught 3 fish yesterday.
I caught 3 fish yesterday.
I know she is sleeping.
I know she is sleeping.
Our refrigerator is out of order.
Our refrigerator is out of order.
Elephants live in Asia and Africa.
Elephants live in Asia and Africa.
Could you sign here?
Could you sign here?
It is hard to distinguish you from your brother.
It is hard to distinguish you from your brother.
A sponge absorbs water.
A sponge absorbs water.
Is the dog swimming?
Is the dog swimming?
By the way, are you free this afternoon?
By the way, are you free this afternoon?
Can you pick me up at the station?
Can you pick me up at the station?
America was discovered by Columbus in 1492.
America was discovered by Columbus in 1492.
Since I was thirsty, I drank water.
Since I was thirsty, I drank water.
This is a very old book.
This is a very old book.
He was sharpening a knife.
He was sharpening a knife.
Do you know how to play mahjong?
Do you know how to play mahjong?
I don't know you.
I don't know you.
We are accustomed to wearing shoes.
We are accustomed to wearing shoes.
Tomorrow is Mother's Day.
Tomorrow is Mother's Day.
Whose shoes are these?
Whose shoes are these?
I saw him just now.
I saw him just now.
A parrot can imitate human speech.
A parrot can imitate human speech.
I learned a lot from him.
I learned a lot from him.
It's not so far.
It's not so far.
The man wore a gun on his hip.
The man wore a gun on his hip.
She has a daughter who is a pianist.
She has a daughter who is a pianist.
It is very cold today, isn't it?
It is very cold today, isn't it?
What do you usually do on Sundays?
What do you usually do on Sundays?
I've got to go now.
I've got to go now.
She looks very lovely.
She looks very lovely.
He plays soccer.
He plays soccer.
You like English, don't you?
You like English, don't you?
This book is yours.
This book is yours.
He was forced to sign the document.
He was forced to sign the document.
Keep your room clean.
Keep your room clean.
I know none of them.
I know none of them.
Make your bed.
Make your bed.
The knife is not sharp.
The knife is not sharp.
Who broke the vase?
Who broke the vase?
I must return home within a week.
I must return home within a week.
This book seemed interesting.
This book seemed interesting.
Take anything you want.
Take anything you want.
Why do you say that?
Why do you say that?
This makes no sense.
This makes no sense.
They visit us from time to time.
They visit us from time to time.
We saw many ships in the harbor.
We saw many ships in the harbor.
My work is finished.
My work is finished.
If only I could speak English.
If only I could speak English.
It looks like snow.
It looks like snow.
The pain is getting worse.
The pain is getting worse.
My stomach is growling.
My stomach is growling.
Give me a drink, please.
Give me a drink, please.
I persuaded him to take part in it.
I persuaded him to take part in it.
Why were you absent yesterday?
Why were you absent yesterday?
Tom likes to play baseball.
Tom likes to play baseball.
Are you busy now?
Are you busy now?
Where is the entrance to the museum?
Where is the entrance to the museum?
My father was busy.
My father was busy.
I met nobody on my way home.
I met nobody on my way home.
This is a little gift for you.
This is a little gift for you.
Did you call your friend in Canada?
Did you call your friend in Canada?
I will come with you.
I will come with you.
He is too proud to give up.
He is too proud to give up.
She sleeps with 2 pillows.
She sleeps with 2 pillows.
Excuse me. Who are you?
Excuse me, who are you?
She wants to be a designer.
She wants to be a designer.
Bread is made from wheat.
Bread is made from wheat.
I told him to come.
I told him to come.
We would like to stay here tonight.
We would like to stay here tonight.
I had breakfast at 7:30.
I had breakfast at 7:30.
He uses honey instead of sugar.
He uses honey instead of sugar.
The boy is kind.
The boy is kind.
It seems that they have quarreled.
It seems that they have quarreled.
The lawyer's fee was very high.
The lawyer's fee was very high.
My headache has gone.
My headache has gone.
I am accustomed to cold weather.
I am accustomed to cold weather.
She is now in a low frame of mind.
She is now in a low frame of mind.
My sister takes piano lessons twice a week.
My sister takes piano lessons twice a week.
You ought to ask him for advice.
You ought to ask him for advice.
I trust him completely.
I trust him completely.
He disappeared without a trace.
He disappeared without a trace.
Green suits you.
Green suits you.
Now stop crying.
Now stop crying.
New York City policemen wear dark blue uniforms.
New York City policemen wear dark blue uniforms.
It's your turn to sing.
It's your turn to sing.
Does anyone oppose the new plan?
Does anyone oppose the new plan?
You look contented.
You look contented.
I want to send this letter to Japan.
I want to send this letter to Japan.
It snowed in Osaka.
It snowed in Osaka.
The patient will soon recover from his illness.
The patient will soon recover from his illness.
You shouldn't have done it.
You shouldn't have done it.
I'm too busy to help him.
I'm too busy to help him.
Something's wrong with my email.
Something's wrong with my email.
Count me in.
Count me in.
What is the difference between A and B?
What is the difference between A and B?
They never tell a lie.
They never tell a lie.
Get me a chair, please.
Get me a chair, please.
Is it still raining?
Is it still raining?
It is the oldest wooden building in existence.
It is the oldest wooden building in existence.
Please open the window.
Please open the window.
Apples grow on trees.
Apples grow on trees.
Why is it so hot?
Why is it so hot?
His life was full of ups and downs.
His life was full of ups and downs.
I want to ask you a big favor.
I want to ask you a big favor.
When is the intermission?
When is the intermission?
Please pass me the sugar.
Please pass me the sugar.
He had a gentleness that was attractive to women.
He had a gentleness that was attractive to women.
Talking in the library is not allowed.
Talking in the library is not allowed.
Come and see me.
Come and see me.
I want to marry you.
I want to marry you.
You must keep your room clean.
You must keep your room clean.
That was a valuable experience.
That was a valuable experience.
Have you ever been to Tokyo?
Have you ever been to Tokyo?
Are they Japanese?
Are they Japanese?
Those books are theirs.
Those books are theirs.
Whose is this book?
Whose is this book?
How much is this tie?
How much is this tie?
I'm coming.
I'm coming.
May I try it on?
May I try it on?
I've caught a cold.
I've caught a cold.
I have a bad headache.
I have a bad headache.
There is a pair of scissors on the desk.
There is a pair of scissors on the desk.
I remember seeing her somewhere.
I remember seeing her somewhere.
The island is warm all year.
The island is warm all year.
Prices continued to rise.
Prices continued to rise.
You must pay attention to him.
You must pay attention to him.
I wish I could.
I wish I could.
There is no hope of success.
There is no hope of success.
The king abused his power.
The king abused his power.
Tom finally gave up smoking.
Tom finally gave up smoking.
Once more, please.
Once more, please.
Who painted these pictures?
Who painted these pictures?
Can you do this problem?
Can you do this problem?
Some boys came into the classroom.
Some boys came into the classroom.
She plays the guitar.
She plays the guitar.
He made an apology.
He made an apology.
This hat is mine.
This hat is mine.
I'll call again later.
I'll call again later.
Anywhere with a bed will do.
Anywhere with a bed will do.
I had all my clothes washed by my mother.
I had all my clothes washed by my mother.
I would like you to come with me.
I would like you to come with me.
They have lived in this town for 10 years.
They have lived in this town for 10 years.
Come again tomorrow.
Come again tomorrow.
They went to the zoo by bus yesterday.
They went to the zoo by bus yesterday.
Are you free this afternoon?
Are you free this afternoon?
Is he right?
Is he right?
She hit me on the head with a hammer.
She hit me on the head with a hammer.
He has his own car.
He has his own car.
She is likely to come.
She is likely to come.
There was a cherry tree growing in the garden.
There was a cherry tree growing in the garden.
She became happy.
She became happy.
My daughter loves jumping rope.
My daughter loves jumping rope.
She can play the piano very well.
She can play the piano very well.
Beautiful day, isn't it?
Beautiful day, isn't it?
She was a genius in mathematics.
She was a genius in mathematics.
Were you with anyone?
Were you with anyone?
Do you have some time?
Do you have some time?
When do you run?
When do you run?
You should emphasize that fact.
You should emphasize that fact.
He is a good violinist.
He is a good violinist.
Without the ozone layer, we would be in danger.
Without the ozone layer, we would be in danger.
I bought a few eggs and a little milk.
I bought a few eggs and a little milk.
Translate the passage word for word.
Translate the passage word for word.
It's now or never.
It's now or never.
Milk boils at a higher temperature than water.
Milk boils at a higher temperature than water.
Poor health prohibited him from traveling.
Poor health prohibited him from traveling.
He made an apology to us for being late.
He made an apology to us for being late.
What are you going to have?
What are you going to have?
He is what we call a man of culture.
He is what we call a man of culture.
The telephone was invented by Bell in 1876.
The telephone was invented by Bell in 1876.
Your bath is ready.
Your bath is ready.
I am 16 years old.
I am 16 years old.
Are you referring to me?
Are you referring to me?
I have to iron my shirt.
I have to iron my shirt.
Two heads are better than one.
Two heads are better than one.
Where do you want to go?
Where do you want to go?
This problem is difficult to solve.
This problem is difficult to solve.
May I ask a couple of questions?
May I ask a couple of questions?
He is eating.
He is eating.
A mosquito just bit me.
A mosquito just bit me.
No one could solve the problem.
No one could solve the problem.
I saw a man's face in the window.
I saw a man's face in the window.
The soldiers were ready to die for their country.
The soldiers were ready to die for their country.
You were right after all.
You were right after all.
I have an idea.
I have an idea.
He couldn't understand the sentence.
He couldn't understand the sentence.
I will give you the money tomorrow.
I will give you the money tomorrow.
He wants you to stay here.
He wants you to stay here.
There is no need for you to stay here.
There is no need for you to stay here.
She has flowers in her hand.
She has flowers in her hand.
Here's some water.
Here's some water.
Thanks for bringing me here.
Thanks for bringing me here.
I don't like this sweater.
I don't like this sweater.
He was born in Africa.
He was born in Africa.
You can go if you want to.
You can go if you want to.
The weather forecast is not necessarily reliable.
The weather forecast is not necessarily reliable.
This novel is difficult to understand.
This novel is difficult to understand.
They are not interested in saving money.
They are not interested in saving money.
Could you bring me a pillow and blanket, please?
Could you bring me a pillow and blanket, please?
Father is busy writing letters.
Father is busy writing letters.
Not all of us can speak English.
Not all of us can speak English.
He cut down a cherry tree.
He cut down a cherry tree.
He is still here.
He is still here.
You do your part and I'll do the rest.
You do your part and I'll do the rest.
I'm used to staying up late at night.
I'm used to staying up late at night.
The printer needs paper.
The printer needs paper.
Do you mind if I open the window?
Do you mind if I open the window?
What are they made of?
What are they made of?
We thought that you were married.
We thought that you were married.
I am interested in computers.
I am interested in computers.
It's awfully hot today.
It's awfully hot today.
There is a page missing.
There is a page missing.
He seems honest.
He seems honest.
It tasted sweet.
It tasted sweet.
These books are ours.
These books are ours.
I expect that he will help us.
I expect that he will help us.
I felt like crying.
I felt like crying.
Shut your mouth.
Shut your mouth.
Doing that sort of thing makes you look stupid.
Doing that sort of thing makes you look stupid.
Nobody has ever loved him.
Nobody has ever loved him.
The bus stop is 5 minutes walk from here.
The bus stop is 5 minutes walk from here.
I have never been to Hiroshima.
I have never been to Hiroshima.
He was robbed of all his money.
He was robbed of all his money.
Take care.
Take care.
What happened?
What happened?
May I go to the toilet?
May I go to the toilet?
It was a dark night.
It was a dark night.
He is a student at a high school.
He is a student at a high school.
I need some paper.
I need some paper.
Every door in the house is locked.
Every door in the house is locked.
I lost the watch.
I lost the watch.
You can do it, can't you?
You can do it, can't you?
I will be back at 6:30.
I will be back at 6:30.
A strong wind was blowing.
A strong wind was blowing.
She traveled all over the world.
She traveled all over the world.
They won't allow us to enter the garden.
They won't allow us to enter the garden.
The priest pronounced them man and wife.
The priest pronounced them man and wife.
What a beautiful flower!
What a beautiful flower!
He tried to kill himself.
He tried to kill himself.
What did the doctor say?
What did the doctor say?
My mother said that she was all right.
My mother said that she was all right.
Were you at home last night?
Were you at home last night?
He has a very expensive watch.
He has a very expensive watch.
Nobody can break his record.
Nobody can break his record.
She kicked the door.
She kicked the door.
We had a very hot summer this year.
We had a very hot summer this year.
Pretend you're me.
Pretend you're me.
He lives next to me.
He lives next to me.
My homework is nearly complete.
My homework is nearly complete.
Why did you do that?
Why did you do that?
Traveling abroad is very interesting.
Traveling abroad is very interesting.
Please take one.
Please take one.
Can I help?
Can I help?
Can you speak French?
Can you speak French?
It's about 133 kilometers from London.
It's about 133 kilometers from London.
I go home early every day.
I go home early every day.
It may rain tomorrow.
It may rain tomorrow.
She introduced me to her brother.
She introduced me to her brother.
My fingers left marks on the glass.
My fingers left marks on the glass.
The dog was hit by a truck.
The dog was hit by a truck.
This bridge was built 2 years ago.
This bridge was built 2 years ago.
I'm sorry, I dropped my knife.
I'm sorry, I dropped my knife.
Do you know how to play chess?
Do you know how to play chess?
I'd like to see your sister.
I'd like to see your sister.
Thank you very much for your thoughtful present.
Thank you very much for your thoughtful present.
Sugar dissolves in water.
Sugar dissolves in water.
I like to travel by myself.
I like to travel by myself.
It's not my fault.
It's not my fault.
The box is almost empty.
The box is almost empty.
I don't want to see your faces.
I don't want to see your faces.
I'm glad to see you.
I'm glad to see you.
You are a tennis player.
You are a tennis player.
You can't make an omelette without breaking eggs.
You can't make an omelette without breaking eggs.
Have you ever been to Canada?
Have you ever been to Canada?
I can't swim.
I can't swim.
My father's hobby is fishing.
My father's hobby is fishing.
All of my friends like soccer.
All of my friends like soccer.
The dog walked across the street.
The dog walked across the street.
His speech impressed us very much.
His speech impressed us very much.
How many books do you have?
How many books do you have?
I really don't understand what's up with her.
I really don't understand what's up with her.
Class doesn't begin until 8:30.
Class doesn't begin until 8:30.
It is impossible for him to give up smoking.
It is impossible for him to give up smoking.
Tom likes swimming.
Tom likes swimming.
Will you have another cup of milk?
Will you have another cup of milk?
A collection of her verses has just been published.
A collection of her verses has just been published.
I've lost a little weight.
I've lost a little weight.
I enjoyed talking with him.
I enjoyed talking with him.
I can't stand the noise.
I can't stand the noise.
My dog often pretends to be asleep.
My dog often pretends to be asleep.
She began to sing.
She began to sing.
We estimated the damage at $1,000.
We estimated the damage at $1,000.
She has convulsions.
She has convulsions.
He confessed that he was guilty.
He confessed that he was guilty.
Are you new here?
Are you new here?
The work is now in progress.
The work is now in progress.
Let's have lunch.
Let's have lunch.
Don't be taken in by his words.
Don't be taken in by his words.
He is a careful player.
He is a careful player.
It's secret.
It's secret.
It's a pity that you can't come.
It's a pity that you can't come.
I bought this book at Kakuzin's.
I bought this book at Kakuzin's.
Are you working?
Are you working?
I argued with him about the new plan.
I argued with him about the new plan.
Uncle Tom is my mother's brother.
Uncle Tom is my mother's brother.
My mother is 2 years younger than my father.
My mother is 2 years younger than my father.
They lived a happy life.
They lived a happy life.
You can find the same thing anywhere.
You can find the same thing anywhere.
We must finish everything before Tuesday morning.
We must finish everything before Tuesday morning.
He's always been kind to me.
He's always been kind to me.
This shirt is too small for me to wear.
This shirt is too small for me to wear.
He chased the thief.
He chased the thief.
She has just turned 12.
She has just turned 12.
There was a large crowd in the park.
There was a large crowd in the park.
He died recently.
He died recently.
War broke out in 1939.
War broke out in 1939.
I have been studying for 2 hours.
I have been studying for 2 hours.
Do you know the reason?
Do you know the reason?
Who broke this window?
Who broke this window?
She cooked us a wonderful meal.
She cooked us a wonderful meal.
Everybody likes him.
Everybody likes him.
This is my daughter.
This is my daughter.
She died yesterday afternoon.
She died yesterday afternoon.
I'm not a student.
I'm not a student.
My mother has 4 brothers.
My mother has 4 brothers.
It almost never rains here.
It almost never rains here.
He asked an awkward question.
He asked an awkward question.
Which is mine?
Which is mine?
He's 2 years older than Mary is.
He's 2 years older than Mary is.
I went hiking.
I went hiking.
It was raining yesterday.
It was raining yesterday.
He will become a good doctor.
He will become a good doctor.
Eat everything.
Eat everything.
What do you do?
What do you do?
Her dress was torn.
Her dress was torn.
I fell asleep before my father came home.
I fell asleep before my father came home.
Wash your hands well.
Wash your hands well.
It's very hot here.
It's very hot here.
Please bring me 2 pieces of chalk.
Please bring me 2 pieces of chalk.
My father made me wash the car.
My father made me wash the car.
I belong to the swimming club.
I belong to the swimming club.
He asked her if she knew him.
He asked her if she knew him.
He asked for some money.
He asked for some money.
Have you called her yet?
Have you called her yet?
How long have you known her?
How long have you known her?
A baby is sleeping in the cradle.
A baby is sleeping in the cradle.
I'm so happy.
I'm so happy.
The prominent psychologist resembles my uncle in appearance.
The prominent psychologist resembles my uncle in appearance.
He loves her.
He loves her.
Draw a circle.
Draw a circle.
This is a restricted area.
This is a restricted area.
You look very tired.
You look very tired.
Will you please call me this evening?
Will you please call me this evening?
You are no younger than I am.
You are no younger than I am.
Students should try not to be late.
Students should try not to be late.
My sister has perfect vision.
My sister has perfect vision.
Have you ever seen a panda?
Have you ever seen a panda?
I'm from Singapore.
I'm from Singapore.
I can't help crying.
I can't help crying.
I hurt my elbow.
I hurt my elbow.
I like this coat. May I try it on?
I like this coat. May I try it on?
Singing is her strong point.
Singing is her strong point.
The supermarket opens at 10 o'clock.
The supermarket opens at 10 o'clock.
I don't like being made a fool of.
I don't like being made a fool of.
Do you go to school by bus?
Do you go to school by bus?
This is the book that I told you about.
This is the book that I told you about.
Who will take care of the baby?
Who will take care of the baby?
Her argument was not based on facts.
Her argument was not based on facts.
Stay home so that you can answer the phone.
Stay home so that you can answer the phone.
We usually have lunch at noon.
We usually have lunch at noon.
Due to bad weather, the plane was late.
Due to bad weather, the plane was late.
Add a little sugar and cream.
Add a little sugar and cream.
The policeman was off duty.
The policeman was off duty.
Hey, what happened?
Hey, what happened?